Hello. This is A.J. Evans of Follow Your Heart. Live from Viva Las Vegas, baby. Viva Las Vegas. Yes, we are in Vegas. Yes, we are. And I am moving to Vegas, and we are going to talk about something. Let's get real. The system is not working in helping needy families. Thank you. It's A.J. Evans, live at Follow Your Heart. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a homeless problem. Families, singles, but the government is not helping families. Do you hear me? Not helping families. Homelessness can happen to anyone, anytime, any place, anywhere. And I have come from California, and I have been researching shelters. And I've met an amazing woman. Her name is Cassie, with 2 wonderful, beautiful children. And in my research of the shelters, they found out that they're supposed to shelter children. But yet, when it's raining, they're supposed to take their children out in the rain or the cold or the wind. Does that make sense to you? What is that called? Shelter means they live there. Ladies and gentlemen, our government has let the people down. Homelessness can happen to anyone, anytime, any place, anywhere. There are many organizations that help give food, clothes, donation, but they are not motivating people and inspiring them to get off their feet. The government is keeping people homeless and does not care. You hear me? They don't care. I witnessed, as I went to a shelter, doing my investigative reporting, and saw a beautiful woman with a 3-year-old. It was raining that day. She had to be out at 8:30. They treat them like they're in prison. Do you hear me? Like they're in prison. And it's not right. People with children, everyone needs help once in a while. And these places are not right. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of good organizations that feed them. But do they motivate them? Do they treat them with dignity and respect and inspire them to go out to the street? Ladies and gentlemen, no, they don't. Let me introduce a wonderful young mother with 2 great kids, my friend Cassie. Hey Cassie, thank you for joining us today. Cassie is an amazing person. And she has 2 beautiful good kids. And she recently had a situation that I myself am currently in. And Cassie, thank you for joining me. I'd like to talk to you about, do you feel that the government is helping people that are in need? As far as...
I feel like their intentions are good, but the system is backwards. Shelter means that they provide, a roof over your head, clothes on your back, food in your stomach for the ones that are needy. But sheltering means that you provide these things to them, which are, depending on where you are in the world, are very limited to families, to women, to men. And I think that they, unless they are funded through the government, there is no...
Let's talk about the shelter. Okay, yes, shelters. I understand adults having to check in and check out. But can you explain to me that, don't you feel like it's like a prison atmosphere? Don't you feel that people with children are a priority? That mothers should not have to check out at 8 o'clock in the morning with their children, regardless of the weather conditions? That's ridiculous. Shelter means a place to live.
Oh, absolutely. I definitely agree with that.
And in your experience, don't get me wrong, there's good organizations, but do you feel that there are organizations that are motivating people to get off the street? No.
I wouldn't say no. I wouldn't say that there's enough programs in the shelter system that provide other ways of being able to motivate you to go beyond the shelter and have other places.
Well, let me give you an example of what I experienced. They offer showers, but all the women have to shower together like they're in prison. Do you think that's appropriate? No, I don't. I took a shower there, and there was showers like they would be in a prison. What do you feel about the shelters that you've seen? I feel it's very prison-like. You have to be in at 6 and...
It's very structured. It is very structured, but I think it needs to be structured to a sense because a lot of people don't have structure in their life.
Well,
which
of course,
could be a very positive thing.
But don't you think that as a woman, that women should have the right to have a private shower, that they should not be treated like they're in a penitentiary? Do you understand what I'm saying?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I think women should have a private shower, but it also depends on the volume of how many women and children are in.
Oh. What do you think would benefit your situation? Do you feel that you were treated, you waited there for hours with me, do you feel that you were a priority having children?
I don't feel like I was a priority. I feel like it was left to, well, we'll figure it out and we'll let you know what happens. It's like, I've been trying to figure out what was going to happen.
You have
children.
children.
Can't give me any answers. So who's going to give me the answers I need? Because my children are going to sleep on the street if something doesn't happen. I never got the answers I needed.
I witnessed you, and I didn't see, I saw you sitting out there for hours. You have babies. Don't you think that should be a priority to get you in right away?
Absolutely, because it's not the adults. You know, I understand like adults doesn't matter, but children, they don't have a say. They don't have a right. They go by what we as adults and elders teach them,
right?
And what they see and what they know. And I don't think they should have to pay for the fact that circumstances happen.
People with children should be a priority. I sensed you were out there for 4 hours. Your husband got frustrated and said, "Let's go to circus." What I see is that we're treated like a herd of cattle. Let's be honest here and say that you have a 1-year-old and a 3-year-old. Correct? And you were out there with your stroller, and I didn't see anybody assisting you. I also witnessed, one day it was raining, we're all waiting to eat, but there are people there that are smoking a cigarette and laughing inside while we're all waiting outside like dogs.
Yeah, they shut the door on you, and it's like, okay, well, my children are still out here. It's still cold. What am I
going to do? Right. And regardless of people's situation, I feel that the government keeps people homeless by treating them like they are a herd of cattle, like they don't matter. And it's true.
Well, there's no success. There's more failure than there is success. The whole point of shelters is to get you back on your feet.
That's right.
So you feel like you're still part of society. So you go places. So especially in regarding families.
Yes.
You know, if you're a motivated...
And they act like they're doing us a favor when it's their job and they get paid for it.
Yeah, they get paid better than I do.
Let's get real. I asked for a lunch, and they act like they're doing me a favor. Guess what? They have jobs because we're in our situation. And you know why they don't motivate us to get out of our situation? Because if we were out of our situation, they wouldn't have a job. So let's get real.
That's right.
I talked to women over there that their kids, they're treated like ridiculous. It's supposed to be 7 days, but yet favorites, the ones that kiss the butts, can stay there longer. But I'm not really concerned about the adults. I'm concerned about the children.
Yeah, they are come first.
You were sitting there with your child for 3 hours. I saw
no one. I was mortified. I was completely distraught of the fact that I had to take my children to a shelter that is a wet shelter. It's not even a dry shelter. It's a wet shelter. Why are you going to allow families to come to a wet shelter? And the difference between a wet shelter and a dry shelter is
priority?
You can use there, and a dry shelter is you can't. So that means you substitute your children to seeing things that are not okay.
Did they make you feel like a priority? Did they show you that there was a play yard there? Did they do anything to make you feel better?
No, because I never got any information about how the shelters work. I didn't get what times and from start to finish, when things started, what meals were supposed to happen, when they were supposed to happen.
So they left you there sitting like a dog.
I sat there, and then finally it was like, all right, well, I guess I don't have any answers, so I'm just going to take my kids to go sleep on the street, because, I mean, that's your job, is show
and that's
people,
not the only
them feel
one.
Comforted in situations like that.
Right.
And especially when you see a mother and our children very just upset about
It's a new experience. See, they have jobs because people like us are homeless. So they don't give a damn. Let's shoot straight. And that needs to change.
I agree. Definitely.
Motivational, and children should be a priority. Children, they should have told you there was a playground there. So they should have made you get in there right away instead of sitting there on the steps like a dog.
Or asked if I was hungry, or if my children were hungry, or if we needed anything, or if we needed a shower, or if we need, I needed diapers. And by the grace of God, I do thank that.
Yes.
For the fact that I did,
But
they did provide
they act
diapers.
like they're doing a favor. They told me, well, I'm giving you a lunch as a special favor. Honey, that's what the food's there for. That's what they get paid for. The government needs to change. And you know what? Children deserve the best of care. Now, you had told me that you wanted to open up a home for women and children. What kind of home would you open up?
So
What would yours be like if it was your organization?
My goal is to have a shelter for women and children that is faith-based.
What would your shelter be like? What would you do if a family came in?
Well, I would definitely first and foremost provide for their necessary needs like food, water.
Like, how about some
shelter.
compassion? Let's get real here. How about some compassion?
Love,
and
because
sympathy, and they don't give a shit, but they're getting a paycheck. People that don't like working with people shouldn't have a job, but they can't do their job because they want to treat us like we're nothing, so they'll keep having a job.
Oh, yeah.
I witnessed 3 assholes sitting there smoking a cigarette while we're out there in the pouring rain, like animals. Okay, that ain't right. We're human beings.
Yeah, I know.
And
still have
they ain't doing us a favor to get a paycheck. So let's get real here.
Crazy.
It needs to be changed.
I agree.
Okay? When people are in a situation, they need compassion. They need sympathy. They need counseling. And you know what?
They need support.
Yes. I witnessed over at the other one. Same thing. Little girl. Well, sorry, you got to go out at 8:30 in the morning. Well, I'm sorry. Take your children out in the rain and the cold? That's bullshit. There's no logical reason for that. Also, there's no reason to treat people like they're not human. And did anybody offer you juice for the children or anything like that?
No.
And do you feel that, why did you leave the shelter that day and never go back?
I never got any answers.
Did you?
I never got any shelter.
What did they say to you?
They didn't say anything to me. They left me on the steps.
So when you went there and told them your situation, what was the response they had to you?
Well, when somebody gets back, then we can let you know what we can do to help you. And I never.
And yet they saw you crying with 2 kids, right?
Yes.
And also,
I was mortified. I was scared.
children should not be in the same shelter as other people. Do you not agree? That don't have children.
No, they should be separated for sure.
That's right. So your shelter would be home-like, right?
Absolutely.
And you would make children a priority, right?
Yeah, they would come first before
Right.
adults.
And you'd bring them into the office, not sitting out there like dogs and animals.
I would bring them in and have them sit down wherever they were comfortable sitting. It didn't matter if they was comfortable sitting on the floor, they were sitting in a chair, or they wanted a cushion. It's all about their needs. They're coming to you in need for help. You're supposed to make them feel needed.
That's right. And the thing is they actually work for us because if we weren't in our situation, they wouldn't have jobs. Well, the government needs to do their job. Well, do you have faith in God?
Yeah, I love Jesus.
And I believe that you'll get your shelter one day. You'll
I
get,
will open a shelter one day.
and I believe
That's
that
faith-based.
your experience will show you what you want your shelter to be like. This is A.J. Evans. Ladies and gentlemen, people that don't have compassion and can't treat people like human beings shouldn't be doing the job. I witnessed a young family, devastated, crying, getting treated like nothing. Ladies and gentlemen, the government wants to keep us in our situation, and they don't care because that's why they have jobs. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get real. We need to make real changes and make our workers accountable. I have witnessed people being treated like nothing. I'm sorry. That's because they want to have a job. Our government needs to change. Ladies and gentlemen, during this time of world of lack of leadership, we need to care about the children. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, if we don't make a difference, who will? Let's get real with A.J. Evans.
Well, if he come back, is he in jail? He left his ticket too. Yeah.